Hello, this is Godel. Welcome back to Feed the Beast Interactions Remastered. Uh, Last time we did a bunch of stuff. We got all these machines built and we started using them a whole lot. And we did our mass electric motors quest. So there's our leftover electric motors from that. We got quite a few from that. This time, what I think we're going to work on, I think we're going to work on kind of three main goals I wanted to do this episode. So I want to do the mass electric circuits quest, which I've kind of already started setting up for in by way of processing materials to do it for. So you can look over here and you can see I've made a ton of copper wires, fine copper wires, some glass tubes, etc. So we should have everything ready for this to go right now. And then I also want to do the bricked not the bricked furnace. What's it called? The large bronze boiler? Here it is. The LBB, as they call it. And, oh, we can't bookmark that. Okay, well, let's bookmark this for now. We're going to want to do this guy. And kind of all the associated things here. But, let's see. What does this require here? Requires, we need to have at least one input hatch. We need to have at least 4 of those fireboxes. We need to have at least one input bus, and it doesn't matter the tier of the input bus. And then, let's see, this has 2 input hatches for some reason. Interesting. It needs to have a muffler as well. I'm not sure why this would have 2 input buses, but I know it's going to have at least a few output buses for all the steam it makes. It also, does it output water? Oh, I know why it needs 2 input hatches. So it takes water in for one, and then it also takes a liquid fuel for one. Okay. And then for the output, it doesn't need to have 3 output hatches, but the more the easier it is to have in them. Yeah, the quest only has us making 1 bus, but we might make a couple extra. And so yeah, we have a lot of stuff here to make. It's going to take mostly bronze to make, but I also did a mass crafting session of bronze over there. There's some bronze ready to go. Ooh, I did not make any bronze rods, though. I should set some of those to go. I figured that should be enough bronze rods. A stack of bronze rods when that processes. But otherwise, we're going to have probably enough materials to put that together. Then the question is just going to be where we have it, and that's going to bring us to our third goal. I want to construct a basement in today's episode, and I'm thinking... Is this where I want to have the staircase? Thinking to have it, like, here-ish, maybe? Just our staircase. And what I'm imagining is I'm going to go down, and we're going to have a... I want to have like a subfloor between this floor and the previous floor. So this is going to be our subfloor space right here. So I can go ahead and dig this out because I will imminently be digging it out. I can't really see down here. Where's my torches? I'll put all of my candles up here. Okay, so this is going to be our subfloor space down here. And then the subfloor is just going to be for like running wires and cables and stuff. And then under here, I want to continue going down. So the subfloor space will be here. Sorry, I'm just marking the boundaries for now. So this is going to be the subfloor space. I'm going to open it up to kind of expand across the whole floor. And then I'm going to think to have an actual... next floor here. In this floor, I want to have a height of 5. So 1, 2, 3. Go down 2 more. 1, 2. Okay. So this is going to be where I want the actual staircase, or not staircase, the actual bottom floor to be. And let's just kind of carve this up. Okay. So that's what I'm thinking for our space here. To actually dig it out, I'm gonna probably use this trick here. So I'm gonna take the Philosopher's Stone, and I'm going to expand the radius. We're gonna keep it in cube mode as well, and I'm gonna expand the radius. I think that's J. There we go. So we're now doing a 3x3 space, and I'm gonna expand it one more time. This is now doing a 5x5x5 cube. I'm just going to shift right click this into grass, and then boom, I'm gonna vein mine it. And here we see there is a cobblestone pillar for some reason. Oh, you know what? That's probably when I dug down to get that magnetite vein or something. So yeah, this is kind of how I'm gonna dig out the basement. I'm gonna use this trick here, just because it is. If we use tools, we're gonna obliterate our tools. But yeah, we will start working on that in this episode, because this is probably where I'm going to want to have our actual power generation and other kinds of processing down here. And let's see. Do I want to turn this into cobble? Probably. Just turn all this dirt that's under our house into cobble, and then into stone. Hopefully it doesn't turn the grass outside our house into stone. That'd be annoying. Okay, we're good. Alright, let's, one thing at a time first, though. Let's eat something really quick. Meatloaf sandwich sounds okay, I guess. And then let's get cracking on our circuits here. So what did I actually leave us off with? Okay, so I need 16 circuit boards first. Ooh, I really want to be able to do this recipe soon, because this makes it so we can use 1 ingot per circuit board. A copper foil is made from 1 ingot. 4 copper foils, I mean. But right now we're having to use this recipe, which is 8 wires, which takes 2 ingots. 4 ingots. So that one is 4 times more efficient. However, we're just gonna go ahead and do it with this. Alright, there we go. You can see I made exactly 16 coded circuit boards. Resistors. I'm gonna be using this recipe. Was there a better recipe for this? There's a recipe that gives 4, again in an assembler, but oh, it needs annealed copper. Okay. We have some annealed copper wires from before. Where are they at? Here they at. We got this as a quest reward. Normally you would make that by mixing oxygen with stuff. Actually, I just looked here and I saw I already made the resistors, so we're good on the resistors. Vacuum tubes. Let's look at our vacuum tubes. Okay, we definitely need more vacuum tubes. Let's do vacuum tubes. So we need 30 of these. Need bolts. Okay. Here's a question. So we have a machine called the cutting machine that lets us make more bolts per rod at a rate of double. Do we want to go ahead and do that? Maybe we do a little side quest and make a cutting machine before we continue here. Okay, so the cutting machine requires all stuff that we have except this guy. Okay, let me make it the stuff that we have first, real quick. Oh, and circuits we still need. Okay, you know what? Let's not mess with the circuits right now. We're gonna need more steel rods, actually. I didn't prepare enough of those. Whoopsie. And we're gonna need more steel, too? Uh-oh. I just, in general, do not have enough steel in general. We only have 8 ingots left. We have 22 plates left. And 26 rods. The ingots I just threw over there to make them more rods, and then 8 ingots. So we're gonna need more steel shortly. Did I ever cook more steel up? No. Let me go ahead and put some more steel to cook up. Let's take 2 stacks of iron. We also are kind of low on just iron in general. We only have 2 stacks of iron dust. Do we do anything with iron dust? Where's the mixer? Mixer is something we'll be able to use soon, so I want to see if we're gonna use that for anything soon. So Invar, we can make Invar dust, but I can also make Invar with the alloy smelter. Tin alloy ingot we can also make with the alloy smelter. Here's the Invar recipe. Okay, so I'm not worried about that. Ferrite, not worried about that anytime soon. Canthal, nope, nope, nope. Tin alloy, samarium, I don't think so. Okay, so I don't actually care about consuming this iron dust either for now. But we can actually make the iron dust into crude steel, right? Let me go back to the alloy smelter really quick. Where the heck is it? Here it is. Alloy smelter, crude steel. What's our crude steel recipes? Iron and charcoal, or coal, dust. Oh, there's also iron and carbon bricks, or carbon dust. Where does one get this carbon from? Probably electrolysis. We can get it from ore processing some graphite, electrolyzer recipes. All of these are going to be HV for the most part, except graphite. But I don't know if I want to turn graphite into. Ooh, diamond. You know what? We're not gonna stress it too much right now. Let's just take our iron. Let's take 2 stacks of iron over here. Start cooking them up. We have 2 stacks of iron ingots right now. Let's take 2 stacks of charcoal, cook those up. I don't know why there's copper dust in here. Alright. Okay, let's put our iron dust back. We don't actually want that right now. Alright, so we should be able to move forward with making our, whatchamacallit? Our vacuum tubes now. Really tempted to actually make this recipe, or this machine over here, and just make the vacuum tubes in there. But this is going to take a lot of circuits to make. So it's kind of like, do we do this first, or do we do this after? It's okay. We're going to do it first. Okay, so we are going to cut these rods into bolts. That should give us all the bolts we need. Can we make all the vacuum tubes now? No, we ran out of copper wire, of all things, to run out of. Okay, more copper wire to cook up, please. Nothing electrical is running over here, so we should be okay on power. Should be okay to accelerate this one. A couple ticks. Because that boosted up to 28. Where's my battery, actually? Here's my battery. Let's put that one in there. I'll grab these bronze plates while I'm over here. There we go. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I made the wrong dang kind of wires over here. I made a ton of fine copper wires. Ah! I didn't look to see what circuit was in there first. Hate to see that. Do we have enough? Nope, we don't have enough. Okay, back to the wire mill. That's super annoying. That's probably enough there. Okay. There, finish our dang vacuum tubes, and, well, we had an extra one. 2 extra ones, actually, but that's okay. Okay, so we've done this. Do we have red alloy cables? I think I already made those. We do. I made an exact correct amount of them. Okay, and we should just be able to shift-click this and get all of our circuits. Perfect. And that's, like, the only circuits we have. We can go claim our quest reward. We get 32 wood planks, 16 more of those, ingots. Basically enough stuff to make, like, more, circuits should we choose. And some of those more compressed planks. Some more of those compressed planks. What was that? Those combination of words I just said? Holy. Cool. does this require? Electric forge hammer? Can we make steel gears with an electric forge hammer? I feel like we need fluid solidifier to solidify molten steel, but to make molten steel we need to use the melter, which I don't really want to do. Or we need to use a fluid extractor, which we need to run at MV to be able to accomplish. So what other way to make gear can we do? Alloy smelter with small gear mold. This is on par with the recipe using the tools, but it's just more it's an extra step here because we have to have small mold gear, then we have to go take it to the machine. And then the extruder is MB recipe as well, so that's an MB efficiency improvement. What do we have in supply chain management? Oh yeah, I forgot. You probably noticed, but I upgraded some of the chests over here to gold chests, just to increase their storage capacity. It added these 3 rows to all of these chests. And then I forgot it completed that quest there, so. We can make the diamond chest upgrade as soon as we make diamond plates, and to make diamond blades we're going to need the cutting machine, so. Okay, well we've done quest number 1. Let's work on quest number 2 now. So for quest number 2, let's go back to the all about energy chapter. We're going to be making one of these guys. The large boiler. So to make this guy, we're going to need all of these things. So let's bookmark at least 5 of those. Bookmark 2 of these is good. Bookmark 23 of these. And then bookmark input bus. We only need 1 of these. So which of these is actually easier to make? ULV takes wrought iron, red alloy cable, and wood planks. I might just go for this one, to be honest. How many slots it has? It only has 1 slot, though. Does it need more than 1 slot? It really doesn't need more than 1 slot. What's our other option, though? LV input bus, and that is... Yo, this needs glue to make this. Hold up. Does the ULV one also need glue? It does also need glue, no matter how we craft it. Okay. So on second thought, we're gonna need glue, and to get glue, we need to use our centrifuge. Oh, that's not that bad. Where's our centrifuge? Centrifuge, it's time to glue it up. But we're gonna need more of those. So let's go chop our rubber force down. You can see I actually previously came and chopped this down because it's now gigantic. We're just gonna take out the whole forest, and then I'm gonna probably replant it a little smaller this time because we don't need it this big. Okay. There we go. I wish I had like a magnet or something, but I do not yet have access to such shenanigans. Alright, that seems like a more reasonably sized forest, and then we have a ton of rubber wood. Can we centrifuge the rubber wood as well? No. We can extract it or hammer it with water in the basic work table. That takes any wood, I believe, so... Wisdom wood, I think that's any wood as well. Yeah, I think we're just gonna put this in the extractor to get more rubber out of the wood. Put our rubber saplings in here. Put our stuff to centrifuge in there, and that's gonna give us a ton of glue. So, but this doesn't use much power either. Let's speed it up. Oh yeah, there you go. We could speed it up further, but we're probably gonna destroy the battery there. No, it should last for that whole duration. Okay. And then I can put in the rest. Come over here to my extractor and load up the extractor with all this rubber wood. Oh yeah, and we had crushed magnetite we could also process. Sorry, excuse me. Let me look at the processing tree for crushed magnetite really quick. So if we do magnetite, and then we crush it again, and then we centrifuge it, sorry, centrifuge is here, we can get iron dust as a byproduct, but if we wash it, and then centrifuge it, we can get gold as a byproduct, and we're, like, kind of not doing that great on gold. Like, we have some gold, but not, like, a terrible amount of it. Yeah, see, like, only 50 there, and then only a stack and a half of ores. So let's actually wash it, and then we will centrifuge this. And I'm gonna do the quick and dirty washing. Or I should say fast and clean washing, I guess. I don't know. And then now we have the purified ores. Now we're going to crush this up again in our crusher there. Oh yeah, look at all this iron we're getting. This is good stuff. We're going to need the assembler for actually making that stuff. So let's actually finally make our assembler. Assembling. It's assembling machine. The other one is the circuit assembler. Oh, don't, what's going on here? Oh, it lets me place a ghost item in the grid. Okay, I don't need that. We need another robot arm for this. Okay, do we have enough conveyor belts? We do have enough conveyor belts. We do have enough circuits. We're gonna need a piston, I believe, for our robot arm. I don't think we have a piston. Yeah, and we don't have steel rods either. Oh, we have them in our inventory. Never mind. So we just need a piston. And for piston, we need small steel gears. Is our alloy smelter still running over here? Speed it up because I just became acutely aware of our steel situation. Speed up our production as well of steam. We're gonna also need to compress these ingots when we're done, so I better start getting them cooking now. I think we can accelerate the face of the furnace there, and that accelerates the whole block. Let's see. Oh yeah. Nom 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 nom. Alright, getting 10 nuggets from each of these is pretty nice. So let's take a multiple of 9 of these. So let's take 9 stacks, and then 63, 63, 63, and a 21. And then 3 more. Okay, so that 789 should be a multiple of 3. You know the trick how you find if a multiple's of 3? You take the total number here, so 789, and you add up all the digits. And if the digits are a multiple of 3, then the number's a multiple of 3. This is the forge hammer, my bad. Compressor, here we go. So 789. The 9 is a multiple of 3, so you don't have to add that up. Then you have 7 plus 8, that adds up to 15. 15 is a multiple of 3, or if the number was still too big, you can also add 1 plus 5, which is 6, and 6 is a multiple of 3. So 7, 8, 9 is a multiple of 3. We weren't asking if it was a multiple of 3, though. We were asking if it was a multiple of 9. Oh, fair, fair. My bad. I did the math right, okay? Leave me alone. Okay. I'm just gonna hyper boost this furnace here. We do have extra wood in here. How long do these burn? These planks burn 3 times longer than the sticks. I took the planks that we had from the Void World alchemy setup. In fact, I forgot to mention, I took the Void World alchemy setup down, and then I made the advanced alchemic condenser with the 3 alchemic retorts around it. I know we haven't done any of this alchemy in a little bit, but if/when we want to do more, we're going to have access to those more powerful recipes now. Okay, steel ingots do be really slow here. Oh, this recipe is really expensive on Steam, I see. So, yeah, probably we're just, like, having too many things running off of Steam right now for these poor furnaces to keep up with. One thing I could actually do, and I think I will actually go ahead and do this, there's a quest in our LV chapter to make a high-pressure bronze boiler. And we could make multiple, but I'm just going to make one for the quest, replace this bottom boiler. Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave that sentence. So let's actually break this bottom boiler, but we need to get our steel plates for that first. Here we go, basic bending machine. We need to lathe a couple of these as well. Here we go. Please don't run out of power. Uh-oh. I put too many things to process. Ah, don't die. Okay, we're good. We're good. And the centrifuge is still going. The centrifuge recipe doesn't cost a lot of power. Okay, that's good. We're going to need to take this rubber pulp out because it's going to fill up the machine otherwise. I'll just put it in this chest for now. Let's go ahead and make our small gear. Do we want to make two of them? For now, I'm just going to stick with one. Let's go back and make the piston now. Alright, and then let's make our robot arm. And then let's make our assembly machine. Boom! And we've got our cable here. I'm gonna be lazy. So I'm gonna place the cable and break it. Oh wait, we didn't need to do that. And then I can place the machine on top of the cable, and that should give it power. Alright, great. And this glue in here, actually, we're not going to be using it for much else besides putting it into the assembly machine. So let me go ahead and take the wrench, and we can rotate the output to face the assembly machine, and we can just, like, dump the fluids in there right now. So grab the wrench real quick. And, whoop. Wrench the right side here. And then auto output fluid. Okay, and now our fluid is in our assembly machine. Great! Cool, love to see it. Sorting my chest, because why not? Put the wrench back. Let's make our high pressure boiler really quick. We need bricks for that. Do we not have actual bricks anywhere? Huh, I guess not. We have regular bricks, and I forgot I put some clay over here to cook up. So let's leave half a stack in here, and let's turn the rest of these into bricks. Because we're gonna imminently need, like, a lot of bricks for all of these things. And we need another steel plate as well. Dang. Steel plate for our bending machine, please. How's our steel over here coming along? Very slowly. We can, like, hardly afford to keep this build afloat right now. Just so expensive in Steam. Okay, boom. I also put this in the wrong chapter. Chest, I mean. Okay, some small bronze fluid pipes as a reward as well. We'll just stack those with the rest of ours. And let's go ahead and upgrade this smaller one, because if you remember, we put the thicker pipe down here that can hold more steam, so. And then let's go ahead and heat it up. Actually, we had a block of coke somewhere. Here it is. Let's put the block of coke in there. Just be completely unhinged, and that's going to burn a very long time. Let's speed it up for it to get up to speed quickly. Oh, yes. That's going to be burning for a very long time. And we can see already it's making 9, 10, 11 steam, 12 steam. I think this stops at 14. There it is, 14. So that is more than twice as fast as the bronze ones. Very, very nice. Oh, and oops. Look at all the steam we just wasted there because everything was full. This I believe we can speed up. We can speed up this now. We can really speed it up. Our crude ingots are done. Let's go put those to process in the infernal furnace. What's our time in a bottle? Oh, we've actually made a little bit of a deficit in our time. Need to use it a little bit more conservatively if I don't want to run out. Nom 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 nom. Oh, and here's the chest doing a little dance because there's a bunch of time in a bottle effects in the background. And somebody messed with something they shouldn't have when they programmed the graphic animation of that. Alright. Let's take multiples of 9 again. So we can do... How about I do this? So there's a stack of 9, and then these are all multiples of 9. And then 36 is a multiple of 9. Hey. Alright. Compress these nuggets. These nuggets. Speed that up. We can also go put our magnetite dust to start centrifuging in here with our sticky resin. Like, it will start doing that next after the resin finishes. Okay, wow. Okay, stuffing things. Cool. Let's, do some crafting now. Why did we make the assembly machine again? Because we're gonna need it for something. Yep, sure. Okay. Bronze casing. We're gonna need 5 of these. Let's go ahead and make those. We're gonna need these metal frames, and it looks like we need 4 of them. So there's 4 metal frames. We're gonna need 5 of these, so make a pair of 6. And now we can make our boiler. Yay, there's our bronze boiler. That's the controller of the block. You could say it's the powerhouse of the cell if you wanted to, but that would not be correct. Okay, so for this we're going to need bronze fluid pipes. We're going to need 4 of these. Okay, that did not break the pipe. Break the bank, luckily. Task completed? Why were there 2 tasks for that? Hold on. I'm confused. Oh, for a different multi-block, maybe? I know the one in this chapter, not this chapter, this one, for this task. Where's the other task of this? Oh, the Infernal Kiln also has one, apparently. Okay, well, we're not making one of those yet. That requires, actually requires all stuff that we can kind of make. Okay, maybe we can't make. Maybe we don't have a luminous crafting table yet, but we can make all the rest of the stuff. No matter. Okay, we've made the piping cores. Let's make the machine casings. Do we have enough bronze plates for this? 72. We only have 61. Do we have any of these just sitting around? Does not appear that we do. Okay, let's go put some more bronze ingots to get flattened. Get flattened, son. I'm hesitant to speed it up right now because we are... I was going to say we're using power, but let me just do it anyways. We didn't need that many to begin with, so... Are we running out on power over there? Okay, hopefully we finish the plates before we run out of power. I will be making more power, by the way, don't worry. Probably people screaming like, make more power. I know, I will. Alright, let's get the 23 of these that we need. You could say it's the 23 and me of those, but it's actually only 22 that I needed, and then I need one more extra or something? I don't know. Let us return to our quest really quick. I keep forgetting where it's at. We can pin a quest, right? Pin. Launch bronze boiler. Let's make it out of bro. I don't know why that's so funny. Okay. Oh, we didn't actually pick up our firebox casings. Let me do that. We need to actually pick up these as well. Take all of these into my inventory. Hold on a second. How did I... Never mind. I'm not going to ask too many questions right now. So we need a muffler. We're going to need input hatch. This one, actually, we do not need to make a big input hatch. If we want, we can use a small one. I might actually use small input hatches here, to be honest. Both for the fluids and for the liquids, because we just do not have a lot of steel at the moment. So input hatch is going to make this, and we're going to need 2 of those. Output hatch, I'm going to use... I'm just going to make 1 output hatch. I think that should be okay. Looking at it and thinking. Yeah, 1 output hatch should be okay. Let's do this recipe for the output hatch, and we're going to do an LV for the output hatch. And then for the input bus, we are going to do a ULV input bus. There we go. So we're going to need 3 of these guys. And then we are going to need 3 of these guys. So we're going to need some probably more wrought iron plates. Yeah, we don't have like any wrought iron plates for that. Do we have a better way to make wrought iron yet? You make it in the arc furnace, the blast furnace, and we can burn it in the fire. Okay, the answer is no. Oh, we have wrought iron ingots though. Let's go throw a stack of this to cook in the fire out there. Didn't actually throw it in the fire, there you go. Let's get a stack of our... wrought iron, and how many are we gonna need? All of it, that's the answer. Start turning that into plates. That's just centrifuging away over there. You can probably afford 1 tick there to speed that up by double. Our ingots out here should be done. Let's turn the other half of these also into plates. Because I kind of need these now, I'm just going to go unhinged mode on this battery and our steam supply in general. I don't know if speeding up the generator actually works. It works on the steam generator, but not on the, what's it called? I don't know if it works on the steam turbine. Alright. There's our wrought iron that we're going to need. Alright, cook up 3 of these real quick. 1, 2, 3. Cook up... 3 of those. We're going to need 6 of these wood planks. Okay, there's the ULV machine hole. And then we are going to need a chest and 2 pieces of glass. Why is there 2 different shades of glue here? That's weird. Anyways, chest. And then glass, I believe, over here. Okay, so we have glue in the machine. So to make the input bus, we're going to put the chest with circuit 1. So let's put circuit 1, and then let's put the chest in there. And then to make the input hatch, we're going to put the glass with circuit 1 again. And that should give us our... Oh no, not the power. Get the battery in there real quick. Okay, phew, we're good. There's our input bus. And then these should be our 2 input hatches. And then we're also going to need one more piece of glass for our output hatch as well. And let's go ahead and put our output hatch together. We don't have enough steel for that, do we? Well, Oh, we have steel over here, but we haven't processed it, so... Go ahead and jump steel in line over here again. Okay, that's enough steel. And I just lost my glass because I did a deposit all. There we go, got my glass back. Let's make one of these. Let me know when you get tired of making these. I will have to continue making them though, sorry. So this plus glass plus glue, and that will be our output hatch. Oh, and we need to set the circuit to program circuit number 2. So go machine hole and that, and circuit 2. Okay. Sorry, I was just like stimming instead of paying attention to what I was supposed to be doing. What's going on here? We are making steel plates, and that's taking all of our power. Gotcha. Let's put the battery over here momentarily. I just want to get the bus out of there so I can move on with my life. Alright, and there's our output hatch. Hey! And that's everything we need for this, I believe. Oh, muffler. I forgot the muffler. Oh dear. Muffler hatch. Clear all this stuff. This is our muffler hatch. We need another machine hole. Yeah, my bad. I would have made 2 of those if I was paying attention. And the muffler. We don't have a bronze fluid plate. And the muffler. There we go. Quest complete. Steam-powered trophy and alternalis fuel. We also get some advanced mechanical pipes that can hold a lot of fluid, actually, but let's update our trophy. There we go. Steam-powered trophy. Oh, you can see the time on that. Don't look at that. Anywho. Let's unpin this quest. How do we look at our pin quest? Oh gosh, don't auto pin here. Take this out. Cool. Okay. Awesome. Let us go and... I was gonna say set this up, but then I remembered I wanted to set it up down here in our basement. And we have some excavation to do down there before we set anything up. So I'm just going to put all of it in here for now. All of these items for that one machine. Oh, not this one, though. Small steam macerator here. I'm gonna... What am I gonna do with this? I think I'm just gonna toss this in our macerator to recycle it. Because we can recycle it in here, and wouldn't you know it, what's it gonna give us? Brick dust. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have recycled it, actually. Can I do something with brick dust? I cannot do anything meaningful with brick dust. Cool. So that was a big waste. Is this guy over here still running the resin? Dang, it is. That resin takes a long time to run. Okay, I'll put this magnetite back. It's also kind of noisy over here. Let's see if I can put down the volume a little bit. So it is this blocks volume bar here. Let's put it to like 40. There we go. I have the volume, so hopefully that's easier to hear me. At some point, I'm going to get something called mufflers. How do you muffle blocks, actually? Because I vaguely recall there's like a muffler upgrade you can apply. Hold up, let me look that up really quick. Okay, so I remembered it would be some kind of cover, so I'm over here looking at covers really quick. There are solar panel covers. Can we even make those? Yeah, once we get to low voltage and they require... What is this nonsense? Oh my gosh. This must just be here as a meme. Storage cover lets us have like a chest on the side of a machine. Advanced item detector, fluid detector, energy detector, item voiding covers. Okay. Fluid voiding, wireless digital interface. Yo. Okay, there's an Ender fluid link cover. We don't have that stuff. Infinite water cover. Okay. Shutter module. That's like, it blocks passage or connection. Computer monitor, energy detector, item detector, fluid detector, activity detector, machine controller, smart item filter. And these are all pumps. These are regulators, rather. These are pumps. Pumps are... Wait, where are the pumps? The pumps are up here. Okay. Yeah, that's odd. There's no... Doesn't seem to be a way to actually muffle. Portable sound dampener. There's also a sound pattern. This might be like what the intended thing to use is, instead of using what's it called? Instead of using this mod here, which doesn't even work on GregTech machines, I don't think, because we have a GregTech compressor here. Let's see, do we even see GregTech compressor, wire cutter, wrench, screwdriver, turbine? So I don't think even if we like turn this off, it like doesn't actually mute the block. Yeah, so here's macerator, and if we turn it off here, and then we put something to macerate, what can we macerate? Like a piece of cobblestone or something? Oh, that does actually mute it. Well, what sound are you making then? Because I would like to make you, just you, specifically, quieter. Because this thing is loud. So it's not that. It's not that. Not this one. Oh, here it is, compressor. Oh wait, that's extractor, actually. Hold on. That is the extractor, not the compressor. Me when I don't know what anything sounds like or looks like, apparently. Centrifuge, assembler. Chemical reactor. No, I mean, this is not any of this stuff. Let me get away so I can actually hear the individual sounds that these volume bars are adjusting, because I can't actually hear anything. So it's not this one. It's not that one. Not this one. I'm just gonna drop these to 20, just as kind of like a default. Oh no, this is the extractor. So if I mute that and then I come back over here, do we still hear it? It's like the same sound, right? compressor is also running. Yeah, I don't think this extreme sound muffler actually works on the Greg Tech machines. I don't know if that's a bug or intentional or what, but I might need to go and put the volume up or get a new version of this for it to work on this. No matter anyways. Sorry, we are taking way too long doing that. Okay, so we have everything we need to build our doohickey. Let's actually go down here and start clearing this space up. So I'm gonna accelerate my kind of construction of this zone, but I will have it all on camera at least. So be back once I have cleared the space out. Okay, got our subfloor all dug out. It was really annoying because it was like a mix of dirt and stone down here. And I don't have a shovel still. And I was like, I should go make a shovel. Nah, I should go make a shovel. Nah. So, yeah, basically ended up being very inefficient about the whole thing. But, oh well, we got it done. So right now I'm just redoing the torches down here, so it's not using a million torches to light the whole thing up. Like 9 torches should be able to cover most of it, and maybe 1 in the center. Yeah, perfect. Or almost perfect. There we go, perfect. 9 torches, nice. Cool. So with that, let's go fix the walls up really quick. I'm gonna change this to panel mode. And let's make the area smaller. And let's just change all of the walls to cobblestone first. I don't wanna transform what's above the ground here. That's the mana pool above there, so whoops. Cobblestone with you, cobblestone. And we're gonna leave stone because I will show you why in a second. Cobblestone. That one can be fine to be grass. That one's actually outside. So that's our spot where we can go touch grass if we need. Okay. And then we can make this bigger now. Cube mode, make it bigger. Do our floor here really quick. Okay. And then the reason I turned this into cobblestone is because now I want to come over and boom. Turn all of this cobblestone back into smooth stone. Alright. Missed a spot here. Sure, I got our stairs too, why not? Alright, looking good. What's above here? That can also be a stone. Here is a walkway though. Okay, we don't want to do that one. Turn that one. Put the brick back for there. The dang brick is in my inventory. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now we can kind of see like the actual structure of the walls and stuff in our house. Oh, whoops, I fell into the actual basement. But But yeah, this is now our crawl space between the top floor and the bottom floor, and I'll be like able to run pipes and stuff through here. And we're just gonna have a grand old time. Or whatever it is that you do in a subfloor. Anyways, now we're gonna have our actual basement floor down here. Let me go clean up all of my EMC materials really quick. Okay, coming back for now. So I started starving to death down there because when you do vein mining, it actually does consume your food. So I was like suddenly massively hungry from mining a bunch of blocks of sand with my hand. Who would have thought that would make you hungry? Um, I don't believe I have any. Oh wait, no, I don't have any actual elixirs of regeneration. I think I just tried to item search for one, but it pulled up this elixir of night vision. So I'm gonna go and make some new ones, and we can use our new alchemic condenser for that. We could use marshmallow with honeycomb and cohoosh to make a regeneration 2, or I can make a longer regeneration 1. Honestly, having some stronger potions sounds like a good idea, so let's get this stuff and then marshmallow. And then we're going to need something to burn. I'm just going to use sticks again because sticks are going to be better as far as putting stuff in here and not like wasting half of what we're putting in there. Because we're only going to burn like a couple sticks per potion rather than burning like one coal and, you know, making one potion, which would be a big waste. Okay, there's our elixir of regeneration 2. So we have regeneration 2 now. Is that all it does? That is not... I'm slightly underwhelmed by this, to be honest. I think I'm gonna need to drink another one to actually heal up my health here. We made it to 11 hearts. We have some extra health from nutrition because we have 69 protein. Nice. But anyways, let's go back down and finish up our basement. We're just about done here, so I'm not gonna do another speed up here, I don't think. Just gonna finish off our walls. Oh, and I needed more candles as well. Let me go back up and grab more candles really quick. There we go, candles. So we want to dig this out to be level flush with this here. So I'm going to change this to panel mode now. Panel. And that is our new targeted area that we want to flatten out. And I think I went too far into the corner here. Fill that guy back in with cobble. We can fill that hole in. We need a panel here, a panel here, break those, and then we need one more panel here. Of course, it would turn into like dirt before I can even do anything on it. Alright, there's this edge. Oh, over here we're gonna need like cube mode still. Alright. cube mode here one more time as well. And then we should be able to just do the rest with panel mode. Alright. Just one more wall here, and we are all done. Alright, let's light it up. Oh, we need to do this wall as well. We were done over there. I'm just gonna manually dig this corner out here. Alright, there's the... I guess, foundation of our basement. Let's pick up our torches so I can place them properly again. Hopefully nothing scary spawns in the 10 seconds I have these torches picked up for. Alright, so start here, then we're gonna do there, and here, and here, and here, here, and then one central one right there. Alright, perfect. Look at that. Got a nice, big basement. So, next time, because we have spent enough time down here already, just constructionating the whole thing, next time we are going to be actually doing some stuff here. I might do some aesthetics as well, like I put all stone in here, but I might come through with a chisel maybe, perhaps, and spruce it up, though we don't really have a good chisel to do that with yet. Maybe I do it later once we have better chisels. Make this staircase look a little less dumb. There we go. Alright. Yep, so here's our subfloor. Here's subfloor number 2. Love to see it. Next time we're gonna set up our boiler. Then we're gonna need to think about how do we actually automate the fuel for the boiler, because the fuel for the boiler is it's definitely a thing to upkeep. Like, it eats fuel like nobody's business. So that we're gonna have to figure out. But until then, thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, etc. And I will see you next time. Goodbye. Wow, this is a lot of sand. Let's get rid of that first. Okay, now with the sand out of my conscience, I can truly say goodbye. See you next time.